back here for some more NFL content. Week 3 of game picks and betting locks coming up here after we just had an absolute banger in week 2. But before that, I must urge you all to please subscribe and like this video as it helps the channel immensely. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you could do that, that would be very appreciated. And now back to the content. So in week 2 here, the first play was a 2-unit banger on the Niners -3. And it was a bit close for my liking. Niners only won by 6, but it hits at the end of the day. And the Niners get the victory. They were pretty sketchy in the first half. Lucky they were down 3 for most of the first half, but they ended up taking the lead and never looking back. End up winning 17-11. Then Panthers came home big time, plus 180 money line. Saints never even had a chance in this game. I think final score was 20-something to 7. Didn't really matter. I mean, Jameis Winston and the Saints offense could get nothing going. Panthers D looks really strong, and McCaffrey had a big day on O. Then Titans +6. Didn't look great for most of the day, but King Henry led the Titans back, and they actually end up winning in overtime there in Seattle to even out their record. Then we also had Cowboys money line, which hit at plus 140. I mean, this game was really close in the second half, and it just came down to who had the ball last, and that was the Dallas Cowboys. They get the win on the road, 22-17. And then the Chiefs looked very good on Sunday Night Football, end up losing in the final minutes of the fourth quarter, but it was a very entertaining ball game. Chiefs were up by, I think, 11 points in the fourth quarter, but Lamar Jackson, hell of a game, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire fumbles the game away as Chiefs -3 does not hit for us. So, brings us to our tally over the season, and game picks were a lot better than last week. We went 13-3. That is very, very good. Brings us up to 21-11 overall. And then for the betting locks, of 5.1 units last week, brings us up to plus 6.7 units through 2 weeks. That is immaculate, and we need more of that this week. So now we get on to the week 3 action, and we already have a betting lock in the Thursday night game, my first Thursday night betting lock. Don't usually like betting on this game, and I don't usually like taking massive favorites, but in this one, give me the Panthers -7.5. And I've bet on the Panthers the first 2 weeks. It's worked out pretty well for me thus far, so I'm taking them a third time. And I really wouldn't mess with the Texans in Houston, as I've been pretty surprised at their success early on this season at a 1-1 record. And they stayed competitive with the Browns last week, but unfortunately, Tyrod Taylor will be out for this one. He got injured against Cleveland, and I just don't think Davis Mills is that good, especially when you're playing against a Panthers defense who absolutely clamped up the Saints last week, playing against one of the worst offenses in the NFL with a rookie quarterback in Davis Mills. So I think Sam Darnold and Christian McCaffrey, Panthers offense, will at least be able to put up 20-something points, and Texans, I don't think they're getting anywhere near 20 points. So give me the Panthers to win big there on Thursday. Next game, we have another lock, Colts at Titans. Again, I do not like taking big favorites, but give me the Titans -5 points. Again, only reason I'm taking them is because the starting quarterback for the other team looks like is not going to play. Now, Tyrod Taylor definitely isn't going to play for the Texans. Carson Wentz, it's questionable, but he sprained both of his ankles on one play against the Rams last week. And if he wasn't able to go in at the end of the game when they were down by 3 points and they need a drive to potentially tie it, I don't think a few days later he's just going to be magically ready to go. Ankle is an injury where you need a little bit of time, and you're not going to be looking like yourself if you come back too early, especially at the quarterback position where Carson Wentz really needs to move around. So give me the Titans. I know I'm laying the 5 points, but they looked excellent in Seattle last week. Coming back home, I think they'll win a crucial division matchup. Next here, we have Falcons at Giants. This one's pretty simple for me. Both 0-2 teams, but the Giants have looked a lot better. Showed me a lot of promise against Washington, so I think they get this first victory. And the Falcons, they did not look good through the first 2 weeks. Their offense shined a little in Tampa Bay, but Matt Ryan did throw 2 pick sixes, and the Falcons' defense is nothing special. So give me the Giants to win that one at home. Next, we have an intriguing matchup in the AFC West between two 1-1 teams. We have the Chargers at the Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes gets the best of Justin Herbert. And the Chiefs, they have to bounce back from that Baltimore game. Their defense did not play well straight up. They didn't play well against Cleveland either, so they got some things to tie up there. And it's going to be against a pretty tough Chargers team, but I think they will get it done at home. Next, we have another divisional matchup, this time AFC North, and give me the Steelers to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Both of these teams looked atrocious in week 2, but give me the more proven commodity in the Steelers. I mean, their offense did not look good against the Raiders, but it's not like the Bengals defense is anything special either. I think Big Ben will get it together, and Joe Burrow has to play a lot better than he did last week. He hasn't been great against the Steelers defenses in his career, so give me the Steelers to bounce back at home. Next, we have the Browns and the Bears, and this one's pretty simple. Give me the Browns to win big here. I don't know if Andy Dalton's going to be good, but I don't think if Justin Fields is starting, he's going to do much better against this Cleveland defense. Justin Fields did not look good against the Cincinnati defense last week. Cleveland's is a lot better. And Cleveland has the standard formula against below average teams. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Play action to Baker Mayfield. It works like a charm. Browns are usually able to run up the scoreboard, score 30 to 40 points against these bad teams. Next game, we have the Ravens at the Lions. And in this one, give me the Ravens to win big in Detroit. I think Lamar Jackson follows up a great performance with another one against the Lions defense that has given up a lot this season to the Niners offense and, of course, Aaron Rodgers on Monday Night Football. So give me Baltimore to win big there. Next, we get on to another betting lock, and this one is a very close game. Saints at Patriots. Give me the Saints to bounce back, plus 140 money line in this one. And I know I picked against them last week. They had a bevy of coaches out due to COVID protocol. I think they're going to look a lot sharper this week with all the coaches back. I mean, they really got embarrassed by a divisional opponent. And at that, it wasn't like it was the Bucs. It was by the Carolina Panthers. Going into New England, not an easy place to play. But looking at these two teams' rosters, I just think that the Saints are the better team. I think Jameis Winston will have a bounce-back game. And I think he'll outplay Mac Jones. So give me New Orleans to win on the road there. Next game, we have Cards at Jags. Cards got very lucky last week, but they get lucky again with this matchup, playing in Jacksonville against one of the teams that's looked the worst in the NFL this season. I think the Cardinals will win very easily. Trevor Lawrence has struggled so far this season. It's not like the Cardinals' defense looked very good last week, so it'll be interesting to see what he does there, but I think Arizona wins this one by a lot. Next game, we have the Bills hosting the football team, and I think this one might be closer than some people give it credit to be, but I will give the Bills the win here as Josh Allen looked great against Miami last week. Bills defense also played a hell of a game, and I don't think Taylor Heineke will be able to do a lot against the Buffalo defense, so give me the Bills to win at home there. Next game, we have the Jets of the Broncos, and give me the Broncos to win this game here. Teddy Bridgewater has looked pretty good this season, and I think he will keep it up here playing against a terrible Jets team. Zach Wilson threw 4 interceptions, and he will play a great Bronco defense here. It will not get any easier for him in altitude, so I think Denver will win at home there. Next game, another AFC West 2-0 team. Raiders have looked very good this season, and I think they continue it here. Give me Las Vegas to beat Miami at home. I mean, I don't know if Tua's good to play. It's not like Jacoby Brissett is going to bring anything special either. I think the Raiders are going to run up the scoreboard here against Miami at home. Give me the Raiders big. Next, we have a great matchup between the Seahawks and the Vikings. Both teams need wins. Vikings 0-2 and Seahawks are behind in the NFC West. Both teams coming off very depressing losses, but when it comes down to it, Russell Wilson versus Kirk Cousins, I just like Russell Wilson in the clutch a little bit more. I think this is going to be a very close game, so give me the Seahawks to win that there. Next game, we have a very exciting showdown, Bucks and Rams. I think this one has playoff implications written all over it. And in this one, give me the Buccaneers to beat the Rams. I know the Rams will be a hot pick for this game, but just for me, the Tom Brady-led offense of the Buccaneers this year, putting up so many points in their first 2 weeks. I think they're going to lay it on the LA defense. Matthew Stafford and that Rams offense couldn't do everything it wanted last week, given it was a pretty good Colts defense. But I think the Bucs offense is a little bit better, and their defense is pretty good at getting takeaways. So I think the Buccaneers will win narrowly there. Next, we get to our final betting lock, Packers at Niners. And in this one, I have the Niners -3 getting the victory. I've put a lock on them the first 2 weeks. It's covered both times, and I think they're going to do it again. They're perennially great against the Packers in these home games in prime time. Remember 2 years ago, they smacked the Packers on Sunday Night Football and in the NFC Championship game. Last year on Thursday Night Football between these two teams, it was a different story, but Niners were trotting out a practice squad in that game, so I do not take a lot from that. The Packers struggled with the Lions in the first half. Now, they did have a great second half in that game, got the defense going, and it's not like the Niners have played great on defense so far this year, but I think the Niners will have a bounce-back game on offense, and the Packers have shown clear issues on defense, rushing the passer and stopping the run. So I think San Francisco will win that big there. Then in our Monday night game, give me the Cowboys to beat the Eagles. I think Dak Prescott is going to continue his great run, and I think the Cowboys offense will reign supreme against the Eagles on Monday Night Football. So with that being said, let me know what you guys thought about the predictions. I want to know in the comments down below, and I will see you all in the next one.